Okay, I'm back. Today I will be doing a review on something I just got here, the Milwaukee M18 fuel combo here. This is the 3699-22, which is the two-tool combo kit, and where the drill is actually a hammer drill, not a regular drill. Let's just go ahead and open it and see how this comes. And I'm gonna compare it to my older Milwaukee drill, see what differences I can see. So it comes with the handle because it does a hammer has the handle for the side to attach. Here we go, we remove this here so the battery can actually work. And then you have this one. I removed it a little bit ago. These batteries come dead, one light only. And this one has one also, so they pretty much come dead. Charger looks the same as their older generation, I think. Pretty much the same. Doesn't look like anything has much changed right there. Now let me compare. Well, this is really cool that it has this cover here. It has like a see-through cover there. Let me compare it to the older model. Let's do a comparison here. And weight-wise, off the bat, and these are the same batteries, so I'm using the same size right now, so to make a fair comparison. This weighs a lot more than this one. Let me move this out of the way. Now they look pretty much identical. Looking at everything through the back. From the top, it's a little bit more curved on the older style one. There's a little bit more flat here. And this is also a hammer one, by the way, so I'm comparing like apples to apples here. This is just that it's the newer version. So it's not like I'm comparing a hammer one to a non-hammer, you know, for specifically that I'm looking at, you know, the weight, how it's different. But yeah, they're very similar there, but it does change here. The casing is different. And then all these are the same. Everything, a lot of other things look alike. It's a little bit different here, the front, on top of the trigger. The light in the same spot. They're pretty much the slits here where you could tie them off. It's the bigger opening here than this one. But it's very, very similar. Very little differences. The actual bottom here is a little bit different too, but yeah, they're very, very alike. But what I will tell you is that there's definitely a weight difference between them. Yeah, again, you could just feel the weight difference. This one has to have a couple of ounces more. But let me compare them here like this. Oh, the table's moving. But yeah, they're almost the same. I'm sure the technology is a little bit better on this inside, you know, the board that it has, but it looks good. Let's check out the impact driver here. And let me compare also those drills now to, before I go to the impact driver, to like a comparable DeWalt to it. This one's not actually a hammer, but as far as size-wise, it's about the same. They look very comparable in size and in weight. Yeah, pretty much the same as this 20 volt DeWalt. Yeah, let's go ahead and see the impact driver here, how it looks. So this one has settings to change here. Settings 1, 2, 3, and a fourth one here. Let me look at the instructions, and I'll cut and come right back to see what difference that makes. All right, so I looked at the manual. The button here, when you hit it and one lights up, that's the low speed. So even though you could somewhat control how fast to go with the trigger, the more you press it, the faster, and you could just lightly hold it and it goes slow. So, but with number one, there's a limit to how fast it's gonna go, which is the slower speed. Go to 2, it'll go faster. 3, even faster. And then the fourth one, which is just not a number 4, it has a special design there. It's for self-tap screws. And I guess this is like an intelligent drill because it could detect when you're using it on that function, it acts differently. And it's, according to the instructions here, is to reduce the screw stripping and screw breakage. So it must have something intelligently so that it doesn't jump over and mess up your self-tap screw. So that's what that last function is for. And obviously, for anyone who wouldn't know, to go forward, you're gonna press this button that way and hit the trigger. And for reverse, to remove the screw, is press it from the left to the right and pull the trigger. And in the middle, it's locked if you press it just enough to be right in the middle. Going back to the actual regular drill, well, the hammer drill in this case, if you put it on where it looks like it's if you put it on a hammer, let's start by the end. If you put it where the arrow is aligned with the hammer, it'll do the hammer function, which is when you're gonna be drilling on concrete, because you need to have it on hammer only for concrete, not for wood or metal or plastic, just for concrete. Now, other than that, if you're gonna be using it with a drill bit, you move over from the hammer to the little design here of a drill bit, and that's the one that you will use it on. Now, everything else from there to this way is just regular drilling for using it with a screw. And what it does is that the numbers 2, 4, 6, all the way to 16, it's a clutch that it stops when it hits a certain pressure. So in other words, if you're putting screws into a wood and you don't have to worry about over screwing it in and sinking in the head, you could graduate this and put it where you want it to stop. So depending on the density of the wood, you might have to have it on 10, some on 8, so you do some trials till it takes it to that special point. And you don't have to worry about paying attention and stopping right before you over penetrate with your screw, because you already have it set according to that wood. So every wood is different because of density. So you have to, if you change to a different type of wood that you're putting screws in, you're gonna have to adjust this. It's basically a clutch that gives a certain amount of power and it'll stop after that. It'll just go and it won't let it go further anymore. So that's just for screws, all those numbers, how much power you want it to penetrate. Again, if you're gonna be doing it to make a hole with a drill bit, you put it on the drill bit, because there you want full power. And then also you have the drill bit with the hammer, which is for concrete drill bits only here at the end. And the same thing to go on or counterclockwise to put on a screw, or to make a drill hole, you're gonna press from right to left, and then to remove screws from left to right, and in the middle, it's gonna be, you put it right in the middle. That is just to lock the trigger. And that'll be it for this review. I actually like it. I'll put a link down below in case anybody wants to see it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, never mind. One more thing. I got to show how to put this on. So it comes with this handle here for when you're doing the actual hammer drilling, you want a handle. It comes with two of these. One of them is threaded and the other one is not. You're gonna put in first the unthreaded one in this position, and then you're gonna put in the threaded one in such position. The reason it's like that is because it's gonna grab up here, and it has here spots, and on this side that's gonna grab that right there. And once you have it in, you're gonna start, you put it into the slot that is gonna fall, and you start tightening this up. It's basically grabbing like this from the two sides there. And that's it. That's how it will look. Perfect. And now we'll catch you on the next one.